Salutations! And welcome back to another episode of Colecast, the podcast for all of us. I'm Xlj the Og, joined by my friends today, the wrestling encyclopedia himself, one Michael J. Duplessis. How you doing,
What up, y'all? I'm good. That old school Wrestlemania music is fucking amazing.
It always slaps. Indeed, my friend. And of course, we've got the American Dream, the other two-thirds of Queen's Court with us here on Colecast this week. One Husky Rhodes. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up, gentlemen? We in the Wrestlemania spirit or what, boys?
Damn straight. We are on the road to WrestleMania as we are just mere weeks away from what's already being dubbed the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So, which I hope is true because I'm going to be there and I'm so fucking pumped. I can't wait.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. First Mania, by the way, too.
Hell yeah.
Person,
Hell
so.
yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm going to pop my cherry to this WrestleMania 40. Just saying.
Let's go.
It only took 40 years for me to pop my cherry, but it's all good.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, right? I'm a late bloomer. Well, we got an incredible episode lined up for you today here, folks, because on today's episode of Colecast, we are going to be looking back at the history throughout the greatest matches in WrestleMania history of all time, which, gentlemen, there are a plethora of matches. So many.
Absolutely.
And we have scoured high and low. And, of course, you know what we love doing here on Colecast. We love our tournament, so we're going to be having our greatest WrestleMania match tournament today. It's going to be pretty awesome. We got a total of 64 matches we're going to be talking about today. I know, right? It's going to be nuts. You guys are like, what did I sign up for? Damn!
Ooh, time to pack a lunch, brother. This one's going to be a long one.
But, hey, we are going to do it
bedtime.
We're going to do it NCAA style. So that being said, we got a lot to talk about. We might as well get into it, gentlemen. And of course, as in any NCAA style tournament, we have different regions. So to start us off, we are going to go with the classic region, which you're going to see some of the all-time great original WrestleMania matches. So let's just get right into this. First and foremost, can you gentlemen see okay? I can make it bigger.
It's a little...
There we
That's
go.
better. There we go. All right, let's kick it off here right off the bat. Of course, the number one seed obviously had to be one. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It's the Macho Man Randy Savage. That classic Intercontinental Championship matchup from WrestleMania 3. It's going up against the 16 seed, which is the tag team title match from WrestleMania 2. The Dream Team going up against the British Bulldogs, which, by the way, I should mention, part of the criteria here is we have to at least have one match from every WrestleMania. So guess what? That's the only WrestleMania 2 match on here because that show was kind of dog shit. But anyways,
yeah,
I digressed.
For a plethora of reasons. For a
plethora of reasons, indeed. That being said, is this one's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. No, this is.
Yeah. It's one of the Mount Rushmore of WWE matches.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it voted on WWE's website like match of WrestleMania for like 20 years?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I think it's still lauded as the best WrestleMania match of all time.
Which I think it's going to be in contention. It could.
I think it was overtaken by fans by that. I think the second Shawn Taker's match on polls.
Oh, well, that's interesting. So,
yeah. But I think until then, it was like always voted like greatest WrestleMania match ever.
Right.
And I should also stress here too, in our tournament, we did try to get the teams as close to their region as possible. But just like in the NCAA in real life, some of them are a little bit older, but you'll see as the tournament goes on. Just trust us. Nonetheless, unanimous victory here for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man, right?
Oh yeah. Without question.
I will say this. Don't sleep on that tag team title match. It's actually a really fun matchup.
It is.
So sad.
Got Ozzy Osbourne involved in it, so
Yeah, I mean, but it's Savage Steamboat, dude. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Well, this next matchup I think is very compelling in the 8-9 spot. We have at number 8 the main event from WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold Steve Austin against Shawn Michaels for the WWF Championship, going up against the 9 seed. Batista defending his World Heavyweight Championship against The Undertaker from WrestleMania 23. which I think a lot of people, myself included, was very surprised with how good that matchup was between Batista and Taker.
For sure.
But as good as that is, I mean, it's the beginning of the Austin era. I mean, it's the beginning of Stone Cold.
Sean, Tyson, like
this is my WWF World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
This is my champion.
Yeah.
This is an easy vote for me. Like,
yeah, this is
both great matches, but I think I go Austin Sean.
This was around the time when I started to change the channel a little more.
Yeah.
When Austin had the belt.
Yeah, I agree with you there, brother. I'll never forget the night after too with Austin and the whole stuff with Vince McMahon and coming out in the court.
And then that Raw, you get the X-Pac return.
Yeah.
You get the formation of like,
Sorry,
Sean,
DX.
but the better DX. Yeah.
Well, I think needless to say, Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin, you are moving on. And you know what? I just have this odd feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of Shawn Michaels in this tournament. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we are.
They call him Mr. WrestleMania for a reason.
That's right. Well, up next, we got our 512 spot, which I think this is a fun one because at number 5, we got the career-ending matchup between the Ultimate Warrior and the Macho King Randy Savage from WrestleMania 7, going up against the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar from WrestleMania 30. And, of course, we all know what happened in that one. I've got to come out just straight off the bat and say, like, one of my all-time favorite WrestleManias, my guilty pleasure WrestleManias, and I will say this loud and proud, I love WrestleMania 7. That is, like, one of my all-time favorites. I thought from top to bottom it was a great show, but my favorite match off that whole show is the Warrior and Savage. I thought that match.
It's shocking how well Savage was able to get a good match out of Warrior.
I thought the match was way ahead of its time, honestly, because you got to keep in mind, folks, this is like before false finishes was a thing. This match had like false finishes in 91, and you're like, what's going on? And it made sense for the story. You shouldn't have false finishes all the damn time. But in here, it made sense because it was like whoever lost, this was it. This was the end of their career. Yeah. But for God's sakes, the Macho Man dropped 5 freaking elbows on Warrior, and he kicked out at 2. Like, what the? It's a crazy matchup. And, of course, the moment we get at the end with Miss Elizabeth and the Macho Man reunited. But Lesnar and Taker, this shocking moment at the end of the night, which I still to this day cannot believe Lesnar defeated The Undertaker.
No, screw this moment. Screw that match. Screw this moment.
But regardless, I'm Warrior and Savage for me because that's just one of my all-time favorite Mania matches.
Ooh.
I can't vote against it. And I think, Michael, I know your vote. Are you saying Warrior and Savage too?
Yeah.
All right. So, Husky, I don't think it would have. It's not going to matter at this point.
I'll make it a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Make it a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Because of current circumstances.
I was going to say because
make it a clean sweep.
Also, because fuck Lesnar.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to continue on here in our tournament. At the 4 seed, we have John Cena versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 23, the main event for the WWE Championship. And then we have the very first Austin Rock encounter from WrestleMania 15 for the WWF Championship. I think this is actually a very compelling matchup here.
It is.
In my opinion, I do think the Austin Rock 15 match is the weakest of the trilogy from WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yes. And John Cena against Shawn Michaels had no right to be as good as it was. That is literally a match that came fucking out of nowhere where it's like, wow, this is actually really freaking good, man.
It's his second best match of all time.
Oh,
in my opinion.
That's interesting.
Other than the match he had with Umaga at like the 2009 Royal Rumble.
I thought you were talking Sean. I was like, really?
No, John Cena.
Okay.
No, John.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tuesday. This is a Tuesday for Shawn Michaels, but yeah.
Yeah, this was another day at the office, but for John Cena. Sorry, I should have prefaced.
Okay, no, that makes more sense. I think that's safe to say, yeah.
Yeah, other than the Umaga match, this is the best thing John Cena ever did in the ring.
And I gotta be honest with you, fellas, I did not watch this WrestleMania because I was like, the whole Donald Trump shit was going on. I don't fucking care. I did not watch it. But I came back to it because I heard people talk about this match. So
see, I didn't watch this Mania live because I didn't order Mania until like 25.
Okay.
So because money and shit with my family. So but yeah, I remember watching this on DVD and thinking, holy shit, HBK got a great match out of Cena.
Yeah.
To be honest, this is the only match I've ever seen from this pay-per-view. I don't even know what else was on that card.
Well, it came close to almost getting the Great Khali against Kane almost made this list, but it didn't. Shocking.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That I didn't know that was a match that happened.
It was at 23, and it was terrible.
You see, the only two matches I know from 23 is this match, and then the Lashley.
Batista and Taker too was on that card.
Oh, Batista and Taker.
So that's it. That's all you need.
So I've seen 3 matches
Yes.
from this card.
That being said, guys, for me personally, I'm gonna vote Cena and Shawn on this one. I mean, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right. Well, there we go. We got John Cena and Shawn Michaels is moving on. All right, as we come down to the latter part here, the lower region. At the number 3 seed, we have the classic Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan showdown from WrestleMania 6. Going up against at the 14 seed, the Macho Man Randy Savage's crowning moment at WrestleMania 4, where he defeated the $1 Billion Man Ted DiBiase in the finals of the tournament. I think this is a little closer than people would think. I mean, a lot of people regard Hogan and Warrior as Warrior's best match. I put it neck and neck with the Warrior Savage match, honestly. But that was just so weird. The fact that like that's another one on paper. Like, well, that should be a shit show, but like somehow that turned into this just amazing match. This incredible build. It's one of the all-time classics. I mean, nobody saw time coming that Hogan was going to job out to the Warrior. I mean, nobody saw that coming. That Warrior would be going over. So because of those reasons, for me personally. And I love Macho Man, and I thought that was a great moment, but I got to go Hogan and Warrior on this one.
This is really hard to pick because it's 2 of my favorite things: Savage winning and Hogan losing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what one to go for.
I actually have to go with the Savage DiBiase match.
I can respect that.
Oh, fuck! Now you're making it hard.
Now it's our first one of the tournament, making it hard on you, Husky.
Yeah, first one of many, probably.
It's a coming. I mean, if you look at it from a match standpoint, the Savage DiBiase, it's okay. It's not anything special other than the end result. I mean, those guys always had great chemistry. It's a shame they didn't work together more in like a one-on-one matchup that we get to see on television or so.
Right.
I do also think with 4, like the whole gimmick of 4 was the tournament. And I think at that time frame too, like the WWF audience really wasn't conditioned for like a 4-hour pay-per-view. Yeah. So I think by the end of it, they're just kind of like exhausted because not only they have a tournament, but they had several other matches on that show too.
Yeah.
I know. Do you go with your man, the Macho Man's crowning moment, or do you say "fuck you, Terry"?
I haven't done a "fuck you, Terry" in a while, so let's let Hogan and Warrior.
Fuck you, Terry. Hogan versus Warrior is moving on in their tournaments. Oh man!
And there's been some funny memes made of still shots from this match.
I know what you're talking about.
They haven't done one.
Sorry.
Savage and DiBiase have not been memed to death. So.
No, it does. Their matchup. Not at one point did it look like Savage or DiBiase was giving fellatio to the other. But anyways, let's move on here to the next matchup, and we got some more Terry matchups. So it is that era, so you got to give the devil his due, right? But
look, man, there's 64 matches on this thing. Hogan's bound to be in a few of them.
I mean, what can you do, right?
He's gonna be in one of the later ones too. I can already tell.
Mm-hmm. And you know which one that is.
Yep.
The number 6 seed, we have the classic Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant matchup from WrestleMania 3. Going up against the 11th seed, the very first WrestleMania main event, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T against Roddy Piper and Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. This one's a very interesting matchup to me because these are both like key matches in the history of WrestleMania. If you don't have that tag match at 1, we're not even having this list. If you don't have the Andre and Hogan at 3, it's not become like the spectacle that it is in pop culture.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like, damn, man. You got to have both of them, really, in the history of WrestleMania. It's just a matter of who do you go with here.
I'm going to go with the tag match because I am tired of Hulk Hogan lying, talking about he was the first person to slam Andre the Giant when there was hundreds of people to do it before him. So, in that case, Terry, you lying son of a bitch, you get the tag match. But
okay.
I don't like that I have to vote you either way.
I personally, I got to go with Hogan and Andre just because it's such an iconic moment, that stare down with the flash bulbs and stuff. That's like one of the first images, regardless of how you feel about Hulk. And +2, kudos to Andre for doing doing business, man. Like, so for me, I go Hogan, Andre.
I also want to say that WrestleMania tag team match, that first we get special guest referee, now WWE Hall of Famer Muhammad Ali.
Facts. All right, Husky, sorry to put you in this position again, but
this one's a little easier for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to see Roddy Piper go a little further than the first round.
Oh, okay. So we're going with the tag match.
Yes.
Well, interesting. Our first upset in the tournament so far. The tag team match from WrestleMania 1 is moving on over Andre versus Hogan. Very interesting. All right. Up next, we have got a pair of Ric Flair matches as we've got our 7-10 seed matchup. So first, we've got Ric Flair against Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 24, the retirement matchup, going up against Ric Flair versus The Undertaker from WrestleMania 18. Damn, this is tough. This is a good 7-10 matchup because both these matches are fire, in my opinion. I mean, the Ric Flair against Shawn match, my God. Like that moment, I'm sorry, I love you. That is one of the most iconic WrestleMania moments of all time. But the Flair Taker match, it pops me every time, especially when Arn Anderson gets in there and does a spine buster on Taker. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I love that match, but the goddamn storyline and things that happened leading up to that match always make me uncomfortable. Him going to the gym and beating up David Flair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
About that.
I'll make you famous, boy.
It's just awkward heel Taker. It's just that
awkward
that
heel
Taker
biker Taker.
What?
Awkward heel biker Taker.
Yeah.
Roll him.
Jim Ross. Yeah, it was a weird time.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, though, on this one, I got to go Flair and Shawn just because it's just such a classic, iconic moment.
Yeah.
It would be a way more iconic moment if, Flair's petty ass didn't
stayed retired. Yeah.
Nah, brother. I got to go to TNA for a bit.
I will say, though, that TNA run, we got that great Ric Flair Jay Lethal moment.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We get that crazy-ass hardcore match with him and Mick Foley.
Yep.
Them carrying on stuff that happened in the WWE to TNA is hilarious.
There's some fun stuff in there. And our last matchup here, we got the 2 against the 15. We have the classic Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hitman Hart from WrestleMania 13 against Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter from WrestleMania 7. I will say this. I think the Hogan Slaughter match is actually better than a lot of people think, but this is a no fucking brainer.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a no-brainer, our Austin. But goddamn, is heel Slaughter phenomenal.
Oh, the build-up to that, I remember as a kid, man, I was like petrified. I was like, God. I don't really like Hulk Hogan, but fuck Sergeant Slaughter.
They had he was such a heel. They had to move venues because they thought people were going to attack this man.
No, that was debunked.
Well, that was part of the story. Supposedly, in reality, they weren't moving tickets, but
yeah, they couldn't sell out the venue, so they moved to the one that's half the size across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, he got death threats because of this goddamn.
Oh yeah, they definitely got death threats for that.
Yeah, and I mean, they wanted him to burn the American flag, and Slaughter's like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'll burn a Hulk Hogan shirt because fuck Terry Bollea." But I mean, but once again, this is a no-brainer. It's Hart Austin by far. Like, no contest here. See you later. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's move on to the second round here in this region. And up next, we've got, this is interesting. The number 1 seed, Ricky Steamboat Randy Savage against Austin Shawn Michaels from 14.
Ooh.
I still got to go with Steamboat and Savage, but I know this is going to be hard for you, Husky, because this is your matchup. This is Austin Shawn.
Yeah, this is the crowning of my champion versus one of the greatest matches of all time.
And it's got your man, the Macho Man, in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we stand Randy Savage on Green Square.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, it's
but brother, I'm putting Randy over. I got to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's going to be hard.
Match.
Yeah, I feel like I already know what the finals of this is going to be, and it's going to be insane. But anyways, this one 4 against 5. John Cena and Shawn Michaels from 23 against Warrior and Savage from 7. Personally, I told you guys how I feel about it. I'm going to go with Warrior and Savage. I have a personal attachment to that, but I'm not going to be shocked if it goes the other way on this one.
I'm going Cena HBK.
Son of a bitch.
Ha ha!
You got to turn around on me. Cena HBK.
It's understandable. Yeah. I could see it going either way, but yeah, I totally get it. Like, both are phenomenal matches. So, oh god, oh no, we got Terry's going to get to the next round one way or the other. We got Hogan and Warrior from 6 against the tag match from 1.
I'm just happy that's going to stop after this round. At least
yeah, it will.
I'm going to say Hogan Warrior.
Yeah,
Hogan Warrior.
Yeah. But like you say, after this, it's bye-bye. But this last one, oh my gosh. I mean, I know who's winning, but this is a lot more compelling. The Flair and Shawn from 24 against Austin and Brett from 13. I don't want to see the Flair-Shawn match already gone, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels. I love you. For me, it's Hart and Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Were you thinking of putting Flair and Shawn?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn.
I love the Brett and Austin match, but I'm sorry, I love you is one of the greatest moments in fucking filmed history.
Yeah. You're not wrong. It's a tough one, but ultimately Austin and Hart are moving
sorry.
on.
If it was going to lose to any match, it would be that one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. Oh. Macho Man and Steamboat from 3 against Cena and Shawn from 23. 20 years after the fact. For me, it's still Savage Steamboat. It's like I say, it's Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Sorry, Cena, but yeah.
Yeah, you had a good run, but...
You had a good run, John.
Yeah. And I think we could just go ahead and get the final we wanted here. Am I right?
let's
Hart and Austin over Hogan Warrior.
Because I'm sorry, Terry Bollea and Jim Hellwig both fucking suck.
Yeah. Gentlemen.
Those 2 idiots is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. This final though.
Whew, shit.
Right? Savage, Steamboat, Hart, Austin. These both could be 1 seeds. These both could easily be on the Mount Rushmore of greatest WrestleMania matches.
Mike, we have to do this 3 more times.
Damn it. Why do we do this to ourselves, Husky?
This is torture. It's literally like a parent picking between children.
I should have known to ignore that message when Jared.
Leave me here alone.
I saw Jay message me. Good.
This one hurts. This one hurts.
It's hard. It's hard. My heart really wants to say Savage and Steamboat just because it's the blueprint. But
right.
my favorite WrestleMania moment of all time is the heel switch between Hart and Austin. So for me, I'm going to go Hart and Austin on this one.
You realize if we don't pick this Savage match, Randy's going to throw thunder at one of us.
Yeah, guys, I thought you'd like me on Queen's Court.
He's going to come back from the grave. What the fuck did you say, you piece of shit?
You're watching me do commentary, and I fucking hate it. Yeah.
I'm just going to continuously talk shit to Vince McMahon. You don't mean shit-ass dick butt to me, Vince McMahon.
The year, we're in 94 right now, and Savage on commentary is wild.
Unhinged.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
Because he's not caring at all. He's almost out. It is wild.
Don't give a fuck. It's great. Oh, God.
It is completely understandable either way you guys go on this one.
There's something about this is the bloodstained match, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is where Austin passes out that iconic image
with Ken Shamrock as referee.
Mm-hmm.
For that moment
it's
alone,
that one. It's that one.
I'm going with Hart Austin.
I'm sorry, Randy. I
it's
love you immensely.
But it's hard to go up against Bret Hart versus Stone Cold.
The old school heads are gonna hate us in the comments.
Yeah,
the beginning of the Austin era starts. This is the seed of the Austin era, right here. In that moment.
People talk about 14 or whatever. No, this is it. This is literally it right here. It's WrestleMania 13. Yeah. I mean, this was a tough one to come down to, but I mean, I think we made the right decision here. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, although just sometimes you get in tournaments, folks, and just stuff like this happens, man. You just never know, bro. Well, if that's a sign of things to come, holy crap, guys, we are in store for some incredible matchups here.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to think that both of those weren't like a 1 seed, but that just goes to show you how great there are so many great WrestleMania tournaments or WrestleMania tournaments. Jesus,
this is
WrestleMania matches.
Aneurysm.
All right, gentlemen, are you ready to move on to our next region?
Yeah.
Let's get
All right. Now, up next, we're going to a region you guys are pretty familiar with, especially with Queen's Court. We are going to the New Generation region.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Yeah. So I'll get it pulled up here. All right. And let's begin. All right. Number 1 seed in this region. No shocker here. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. The ladder match from WrestleMania 10. Now, it's going up against a match I think a lot of people shit on, but
it's
not a bad match. It's 16 seed. We got Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow from WrestleMania 11. The reason I love it because
Bam Bam was able to get a match out of cokehead Lawrence Taylor.
He carried him, bro. He carried him, and he made that shit look good.
With a bunch of other idiot NFL players on the...
Yeah.
Bam Bam went on shoots saying like that man was blown up 45 seconds into that match.
And you can tell watching the match too, man. You can tell it's like, damn.
He's
LT.
like, he's used to playing football because he's used to like stop and start. But we're just continuously going. And also the cocaine didn't help.
No. But I think that match should get a lot of love. I always think it's cool that a statistic is Bam Bam Bigelow worked a WrestleMania main event because he's one of the greatest big men, if not the greatest big man of all time.
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand why he's not. But anyways,
I think
Hall of Fame.
If the Hall of Fame this year has any inclination of what's going on, I think we're going to see Bam Bam Bigelow in the Hall of Fame soon.
Pretty
I think
soon. I don't
Triple
think
H
this year, but soon.
No, yeah, in the next few years we will see Bam Bam Bigelow because I think Triple H Triple H is going. Yeah, Triple H is going. Let me fix all the shit the old man forgot.
Yep. So that being said, gentlemen, I think as great as that match is, I mean, it's Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. It's WrestleMania 10. It's the greatest ladder match, arguably, of all time.
It is the prototype for every ladder match that has gone ever since.
Yeah. Yeah.
So without question,
it's Shawn versus Razor. But damn it. L Team Bam Bam, thank you for an incredible matchup.
Bam Bam, thank you.
That's true.
Let's not thank LT's cooked up ass.
Thank you for being the greatest big man of all time.
Thank you, Lawrence Taylor, for taking a massive payday so you can keep your drug habit going strong. Anyways, let's go on to the 8-9 matchup. So this one's an interesting one, I think. So at first, we've got the three-way tag team ladder match from WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 2000. Now, of course, that's the first Edge and Christian, Hardy's and Dudley's like ladder clusterfuck match. Not a TLC match, though, but a ladder match nonetheless. Going up against the Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle WrestleMania 19 showdown, which, man, I remember going into that being hyped as fuck. Good match. It's unfortunate what happened in that matchup with the botch of the Shooting Star Press from Brock. Both are good matches, but for me, I think it's a clear winner. It's the tag team ladder match.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You see, I wasn't going there, but
you were going. Lesnar Angle.
Are you biased, Michael? Because WrestleMania 19 was in your home
Seattle,
state?
Safeco Field. I have actually a few other matches from that card that I actually like ahead of that match.
Yeah, and there's a couple because 19 is one of the better WrestleManias in my opinion. So
that cruiserweight match with Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got some good ones coming from there. But
you have, honestly, I hate Hulk Hogan, but that match with Vince wasn't bad.
It was better than it had any right to be.
Yeah. In the last Rock and Austin match,
and then Rock and Austin.
Rock Austin 3.
Which we'll talk a couple of those matches still here. But I think unanimous here, the tag team ladder match.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
It's just, nostalgia being a Northwest boy. They need to bring WrestleMania back to Seattle. I've been saying that for a decade.
That'll happen at some point. I agree.
Yeah, they got to.
Okay, here we go to the 5-12 matchup. We've got Roddy Piper against Bret Hart from WrestleMania 8 for the Intercontinental title, going up against Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns from WrestleMania 31, which, of course, that match on paper, we all thought it was going to be a shit show, but it actually turned out to be a great matchup. And, of course, you get one of the great WrestleMania moments, the heist of the century, with Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. But Roddy Piper against Bret Hart, the storytelling in that matchup between two white meat baby faces. Oh, man. And just Piper. Honestly, I think that is one of Roddy Piper's best singles matches of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to say Yeah. I mean, I think Piper Valentine personally is my all-time favorite from Starrcade 83. But anyways.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying in the WWF, because he has between WCW, NWA, and like stuff he did in Portland, there's tons of matches way better than
he's had countless top tier matches.
Yeah.
But we got a photo winner here. Me, it's Piper Hart.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have bias on this. Because
were you at that Mania?
I went to this WrestleMania as a child.
Yes.
Oh, this was an indie.
The Hoosier Dome.
At the old Hoosier Dome.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, Piper Hart and them being related, at least by marriage, like there was just so many great elements.
I always loved the promo before this where Roddy Piper is like talking about like the classic Roddy Piper promo. He's like, I remember when I was in the kitchen, your mama was making the sandwiches, so she's slapping them peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Of course, they only had one piece of bread. But anyways, I still love you. Yeah, I just love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Piper Hart for sure. All right, next up, we're going to stay in the Hoosier Dome, and we're going to talk at the 13. We got Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, shit. Going up against Hulk Hogan and The Rock from WrestleMania 18 or Hollywood Hogan. Damn. I mean, that Hogan Rock match, one of the biggest pops of all time, one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time.
One of the loudest pops of all time, just to seeing two dudes staring at each other.
Yeah, just doing the...
Looking around like, holy shit.
This is nuts.
Hogan's like, I haven't heard this since Toronto. What the fuck?
I'm back, brother. And the fact that the crowd was so pro Hogan in the matchup was fucking nuts, dude.
Well,
Gave a double turn.
It was Houston. They're idiots.
Well, no, it's in Toronto. It's in Toronto.
Oh no, this was Toronto.
Yeah, they're Canadian.
Yeah,
it's the Canadians.
Well, that's even worse.
Now, Michael, don't you talk smack about us, those Canadians. Now we've got some good Canadians out.
Come on now.
I forgot. I was thinking 17.
Yeah, it's okay, brother.
Yeah.
Man, for me, this is tough, but I gotta go Hogan Rock. I mean, it's just too iconic of a moment.
Yeah, I'll go Hogan Rock because like Flair and Savage was a great match, but
was it their best match? No,
absolutely
no. Not. And the storyline into that with the fake pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna put it up on the Hoosier Dome. I remember that. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Hogan versus Rock. You're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh shit. Now this is a good one. At the number 3 seed, we got Brett versus Owen from WrestleMania 10, the classic brother versus brother. Which here's an interesting statistic, by the way. There's only been, of course, this coming up WrestleMania, we were getting the Usos going at it. Did you guys know it's like been 15 years apart from brother versus brother matches? So it was like this was the first one. Then at 25, you got the Hardys, and now at 40, we're getting the Usos. So
yeah, 50 years specifically is a weird stat. I saw that.
Yeah, I thought
crazy.
that. Yeah, but they're going up against Shawn Michaels versus Diesel from WrestleMania 11, which is another match from 11 that I thought was actually a really good match. I mean, you can definitely tell Shawn is pissed that he's not in the main event. The way he bumps around in this, it's not nearly the level of Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels from SummerSlam, but it's up there. It's up there. I thought it was a great matchup personally. I still watch it back to this day. Hell, I just watched it the other day. But bro, Brett versus Owen is like the greatest opener to any WrestleMania.
It is the greatest opening to any pay-per-view that has ever existed or will ever exist.
Because nobody thought Owen was going to win. Nobody thought it. And like the way they ended that show and just the classic Owen looking on with disdain and that storyline, my God. Yeah.
We're in the middle of that storyline and we're just
you guys are lucky.
We got SummerSlam coming up, and I love when SummerSlam happens.
Oh man. That cage match. Oh, you guys are in the store. Which, by the way, quick shout out. You can check that out over on World Championship Wreckage's YouTube channel, Queen's Court, with my good friends here, along with our tribal queen, Brie herself. But, gentlemen, I think no brainer. Hart brothers.
Yep. Without question.
Yep. Okay, up next, we got the 6 and 11 seed. Oh, this is interesting. We've got the first encounter between The Undertaker and Kane from WrestleMania 14 going up against the Mega Powers exploding from WrestleMania 5, the Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. I remember as a kid, like the Mega Powers, that whole storyline stuff. It was very, very intriguing. I was still too kind of young to understand the lust for Elizabeth thing, if I'm being honest, because fuck, I was only like 4 going on 5, but you know.
Right.
However, Undertaker and Kane is arguably one of the greatest storylines in pro wrestling history, and the fact that this is their first encounter. Dude, I remember watching this at 14 and it was like, holy shit, like Kane got hit. It took 3 tombstones to put him away, which back then, kids, that did not happen. Like you hit a tombstone from the Taker, you never kicked out. That was it. So as great as both these matches are for me, I feel like it's a no-brainer. I go Undertaker Kane.
Yeah, no, Undertaker Kane.
Yeah.
Like two good storytelling there, man. All right, now we move on to the 7-10 seed, and we have Triple H and The Undertaker from WrestleMania 27 against the very first Money in the Bank matchup from WrestleMania 21. Of course, I can guarantee you this. That match, Taker and Triple H, is the only match you're going to be seeing from WrestleMania 27 on this list, because
Oh yeah.
Jesus, that was a shit show.
Doo-doo walls.
That is up there with like 9 and 2 as being, and 11 as being some of the worst.
Because isn't The Miz champion?
Yes, this is that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because was that Miz Cena?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But this matchup, though, man, with Taker and Triple H was solid, dude. This was after like the Shawn Taker like retirement match at 26 the year before. But anytime you get a bunch of men and chaos in a ladder match, it's fun. And we all know the rich, illustrious history of Money in the Bank.
And they have fucked it over the last few years.
Yeah. But the first one was pretty epic. I mean, it's the blueprint. Look at what Edge did with that and how it propelled his career and stuff.
I'm going guys. With the first Money in the Bank. There's something about that ladder match. It being the first, you had great spots. Shelton Benjamin, that was like in my opinion, where Shelton Benjamin showed his ass off for the first time. Where he was just like, "Why isn't this man a champion?"
Yeah, ain't no stopping him now, man. Just saying.
Like him walking up the ladder and then clotheslining Kane.
Yeah, the run up the ladder spot is crazy. Yeah, I'm going to go with the first Money in the Bank too, because it's the best thing that Chris Jericho's ever done.
Yeah, him making that a thing. Yeah, thank you, Chris, for putting that in an idea.
Because he is the creator behind it. So yeah.
Thank you for pitching this idea, Chris.
I probably would have went with Money in the Bank too, honestly. So yeah. All right, our last matchup here in the New Generation region, we got the number 2 seed TLC2 from WrestleMania 17. Going against one of the most emotional moments maybe in WrestleMania history. Kofi Kingston, Bryan Danielson from WrestleMania 35.
Oh no. Oh no.
A lot tougher than you'd think.
This one is extremely tough. Because
TLC2 friends hate me.
TLC2 is one of the greatest matches I've ever seen.
The thing is, 17 gets regarded as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. But the match everybody talks to about the best match on that show, a lot of times it's this match.
Is this.
And that's saying something. But that Kofi Danielson moment, man, where Kofi finally got his moment, man. Oh, my God. Kofi Mania taking over.
Because of the look of pure, unadulterated joy on the faces of Xavier Woods and Big E when he gets handed the belt trumps everything in TLC for me.
Wow. Okay.
I'm also going to go Kofi Mania.
Wow. I've got to be... As much as I love Kofi Mania, I honestly would have said TLC too, but go ahead.
And it's not for what happens inside the ring or anything that has to do with WrestleMania. For me, what makes that moment special is a video that is happening at a bar where you have JTG, Shad, and MVP crying.
Yeah.
Because that happened.
Yeah. Well, this was a tough matchup. We got our first real big upset of the tournament so far as Kofi versus Danielson from 35 is moving on. Wow. But hey, both are tremendous matchups. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to the second round. Oh my God, look at this. We got 2 great ladder matches. And if you haven't noticed, this is like the ladder match region too, because there's multiple ladder matches in this.
I was about to say there's 3 or 4. That was well put together.
Yes. But as great as the WrestleMania 16 match was, Shawn and Razor's the blueprint we talked about. That's my vote, Shawn and Razor.
Yeah, it's Shawn Razor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. Both great matches. Oh, now this is an interesting one. Hogan and Rock against Piper and Hart. Okay, here's the thing. For me, I think personally, because of the moment, it's Hogan versus Rock. But as far as a match standpoint, I enjoyed Piper versus Hart much more, and I'm a Bret Hart guy, so I'm listening to my heart on this one. Fuck it. I'm going with Piper and Hart. And fuck Terry.
I was going Piper Hart myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Husky, would you thought that too?
Yep.
Yeah, because you were there, brother. You have to.
Yep, I was there.
All right.
In the
That is moving
nosebleeds.
on. Another kind of upset, I guess. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. This isn't fair.
I'm sorry, but brother versus brother,
Brother
brother
against
versus brother is hilarious.
Oh my god.
I don't care if Taker Kane aren't actually brothers, but this is just a hilarious matchup.
Yeah, I should preface it. It was biological brother with that factoid I was going with earlier. But anyways, damn.
The context of this is hilarious.
Damn. Like Ron Simmons says, damn.
I'm still going Brett Owen.
I am too. Fuck it. I love Taker Kane, but Brett Owen's like one of the greats.
It's the greatest opening match of all time.
Yeah. It's both are great, but damn. Oh, look at this one. The first Money in the Bank against Kofi and Danielson. Y'all got me. As great as the Money in the Bank was, y'all got me. It's Kofi and Danielson. I'm going with that. That's such a cool moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Cinderella
story, just like it was in real life. It's moving on. Here's the 15th seed. But we're down to the final four in this region. We got the Shawn versus Razor WrestleMania 10 ladder match against Piper versus Hart from WrestleMania 8. Both incredible Intercontinental title matches, but I love you, Brett.
That is actually funny how that worked out also.
Yeah.
It's
interesting. It's been a fun little tournament here so far, but it's Shawn and Razor. I mean, it's Shawn and Razor, dude.
Yeah. As much as I hate to see Roddy Piper going out in the tournament like this, but
he had a good run, though.
He did have a great run.
Yeah, we got to go with HBK and Razor. And, all right, Brett versus Owen against Kofi versus Danielson. Damn.
I'm gonna go Brett Owen on this.
I can't get past that being the greatest opener.
Yeah.
And plus, it sets up a pretty damn interesting final. I'm going with Brett versus Owen.
It really does.
So, gentlemen. It's long been debated. WrestleMania 10 is one of the greatest of all time. But the big debate, what the hell is the best match off that show?
I just now put that together. That is amazing.
Oh, boy.
That's why
what is the best match?
This is the ratings, folks. This is why you got to watch Colecast here on Cole TV, because this is some good shit, pal. Damn. I mean, I always felt like that Mania, everybody talked about Razor and Shawn, but for me, it was always Brett versus Owen just because it's so fucking good. This is hard. You could flip a coin. You could literally flip a coin. I think Husky just did. No.
I flipped a guitar pick because I don't have a coin.
I'll be the first. I got to listen to my heart again on this one. I love HBK Razor, but I got to go Brett Owen. It's my favorite opening match of any show of all time.
All right. Turtle, Brett Owen.
I'm not going to make you do this. I'm going to go Brett Owen too.
Okay. Wow. So Brett versus Owen is the winner in the New Generation region. How appropriate. I mean, and hey man, it's hard. Shawn versus Razor is a fucking amazing match. This is once again, you have a final here where both these matches could be on the Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania matches. So it's like, how do you pick against it, man?
It's tough.
Crazy. It's crazy, but
it's hard out here.
It's hard out here for a pimp. And us too. Even though we're not pimps. Well, we're pimps in our own right. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Well, so that is going to move on into the next into the final four. God, this final four is going to be sick, dude. But we're halfway through our tournament. Gentlemen, so far it's been pretty damn impressive, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Any shockers you think so far? I'm really surprised the Kofi match went as far as it did, but I'm glad it did. I really am.
I'm glad it made it into the final four of that bracket.
Yeah, that did my heart good. Yeah, but as great as that was, we are getting ready to go up on a region here that a lot of you people out there is going to be your favorite era in the WWE, WWF. It's now time to go to the Attitude Era region. And there's going to be some great matchups here as well. If I can get her pulled up here. All right. Gentlemen, are you ready to start this region? Right.
Let's get it.
Okay. First and foremost, our number 1 seed. No shocker here. It's the Iron Man match from WrestleMania 12. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. And because, hey, we said a match from each WrestleMania had to be on this list. It was like the only one that was really good on WrestleMania 9, the Steiner Brothers versus the Head Shrinkers.
And Scott Steiner almost dies in that match.
Yeah, this match was so trash, and yet it's still the best match.
It's good. It's a good match, though. It's a great tag match. It's another one I'd say it's a hidden gem match from WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's the only match of note from that show at all.
Yeah. Because there's a certain match on that WrestleMania 9 card that I get sick and pissed off when I watch, and that stupid fucking Giant Gonzalez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. But I mean, this is a landslide, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's the Iron Man match. It's the boyhood dream comes true. I mean, one of the greatest moments of all time, whether you love or hate Shawn Michaels. So, all right, the Iron Man match is moving on. Now, here we go. The 9-8. This is a solid one. At number 8, we got Austin versus Rock, the finale from WrestleMania 19, going against, in my opinion, I still think to this day, the greatest women's match in WrestleMania history, Mickie James versus Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
from
I kind of wish
22.
this was a different matchup because I love that Mickie Trish match.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites. I think that match alone, like is one of the matches we'll still be talking about years to come. The story build to it, the storyline was great. Of course, you'll never forget the moment that you'll never be able to see thanks to WWE and Peacock. But for those of us watching the back in the day, we know what we're talking about. Am I right?
We know, boys.
You know, if you know, you know. I mean,
that Mickie James.
That character was great.
Unhinged.
Oh man,
she was unhinged.
Oh yeah.
My opinion, I'm going to be biased too. I love that match so much, and I love Austin Rock, and it was a great kind of send off. At least what they said at the end, you know, where you could see Rock kind of having a moment with him. But I got to go Mickie James and Trish.
See, I'm biased as fuck, so I'm going Austin Rock.
Okay, yep, it's in your home state. I understand, and I respect your decision.
And Stone Cold is one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, it's Stone Cold. And it's Stone Cold's last real match. And I mean, there's no disrespect to the Kevin Owens match, but
I was say it's his last proper sanctioned wrestling match in almost 20 years.
Yeah. You got a hard decision to make, my friend Husky.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
and I adore the Mickie James Trish match, but Austin Rock 3 is just
I respect both.
It's a work of art.
It's hard to pick against. I respect it. All right, up next we got our 5 and 12 seeds. So at 5, we're going back to WrestleMania 19.
This once again proves that 19 is the most underrated WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic
I would agree with that.
Match.
A lot of people say it's the best match of the card. I think it is the best match at 19. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, going up against Seth Rollins against Triple H from WrestleMania 33. Because we had to choose one from 33, and that's the one we went with. Just saying. I feel like that's a no-brainer. It's Jericho.
Yeah,
Shawn.
it is Jericho HBK.
Because
I honestly don't remember Seth Triple H.
I don't either.
Oh,
that's
well,
why I was confused. I was like, when did that match happen?
Well, let me say this. If anything, if it would have been even close, remotely close or something, it's the worst fucking WrestleMania entrance of all time, in my opinion, where fucking Hunter comes out on like the fucking oversized tricycle bike with Stephanie and thinks he's a badass, and he just is
the fucking Mad
stupid.
Max gimmick.
Yeah, just no, it's not Mad Max. Well, I guess it's kind of Mad Max-ish, yeah.
Or Terminator or some shit.
Yeah.
No, that was Terminator was the Sting thing.
Oh, that was the same.
But this is still the same midlife crisis Triple H here. So
I got one last run.
in me, But yeah,
I feel like we shouldn't talk shit about a guy who had to quit wrestling because of a heart attack. But
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and he's practically saved the WWE. But I mean, come on, we went through all that bullshit of the Triple H years where
he tore his titty off in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, we still love you, Papa H. We still love you. You're doing an amazing job. All right, gentlemen. Up next, we've got a 413 seed as we've got The Rock versus John Cena 1 from WrestleMania 28, going up against Asuka and Charlotte from WrestleMania 34. I'm going to be completely biased here.
Asuka Charlotte.
I loved Asuka Charlotte. As great as Rock and Cena, I thought Rock and Cena, the hype and stuff, the way they built it was great. The match itself was high. The finish was cool. But, dude, Asuka versus Charlotte, the only thing that pisses me off is that Asuka lost. But
yeah,
was pretty cool to hear her say at the end, Charlotte was ready for Asuka. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, I got to go with Asuka and Charlotte. You guys in agreement?
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
Yep. All right. And then as we move on here, we've got our last. Oh, this is tough. Austin Rock from WrestleMania 17, arguably the greatest of the Austin Rock trilogy, going up against the Backlot Brawl from WrestleMania 12 between Roddy Piper and Goldust. I love that damn match.
You have to pick the match that has the OJ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
OJ police chase footage that they made their own.
Oh yeah. And then you got Goldust in the lingerie at the end, back at the Anaheim Pond, man. Oh yeah.
God.
But seriously, the physicality in this one, where like Piper is just beating the shit out of Goldust, man.
He broke his hand on Dustin Rhodes' head.
For God's sake.
My favorite is why this match. My favorite thing about that match is why it happened, because Razor.
It was a Razor, yeah.
Was like, no, I'm not working that Goldust gimmick.
Because it was, what was it supposed to be dubbed? The Miami Street Fight or something like that, I think. Yeah, so. But it turned out for the better, in my opinion. But I love that match personally, but
it's Austin Rock.
Yeah.
It's Austin Rock.
Yeah.
I feel like Austin and Rock versus Austin Rock are going to face each other, and that's hilarious.
It's the best WrestleMania main event, in my opinion, other than WrestleMania 30.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And we're going to get to that here in our next region. Up next, we've got the 6 and 11 seed. We got Edge versus Mick Foley from WrestleMania 22, going up against Rock and Cena from WrestleMania 29, the rematch. No brainer. It's Edge and Foley.
Yeah, it's Edge and Foley. Nobody wanted twice in a lifetime.
Nope.
And Mick Foley finally gets his WrestleMania moment.
Edge got a moment out of that. Edge on the ground shaking.
Yeah.
Because he was on fire.
Yes, and I always love Mick Foley's story afterwards. Like, the first thing my wife said was, "Is Edge okay?"
Yeah.
It's like...
Doesn't give a shit about him.
And no offense, because of that match, we got a storyline where Terry Funk returned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So... showed up on TV.
Yeah, I feel like that's a no-brainer. Oh, and here it is, Husky. We're going right to it, brother. The 7-10 matchup. Look at this. We got the triple threat main event from WrestleMania 30 with Bryan Danielson going against Randy Orton and Batista. Going up against, coincidentally, Bryan Danielson versus Triple H from 30. So Danielson had to beat Triple H to get to this main event.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Grand opening, grand
closing.
Who's
the asshole that put this tournament together? Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
I need to speak to that son of a bitch off the camera.
I'm sorry. This is tough. This is a tough one.
It's the greatest.
Man. So here's my thoughts on it. I think the Danielson Triple H match, like the story building up to it and stuff, was phenomenal, and in-ring was phenomenal. I think the in-ring was better in that one than the triple threat, but I think you get the crowning moment at the end of the triple threat. It's Wrestlemania. That's hard to top. And it's like,
and with that triple threat chat, we get the greatest chant of all time in Blue Tista.
Oh yeah, the Blue Tista chant. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We get Blue Tista, and that's amazing.
Well, it's hard to go. How do you pick against Blue Tista?
30 was in New Orleans, right?
It was.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Right around Mardi Gras time, that city was cooking.
Yeah.
And
So
to see all the purple and white and silver confetti falling with Bryan Danielson's bearded ass holding both of those belts up.
And we get the precious moment of him hugging Connor.
yeah,
Yes.
it's another WrestleMania moment you can't beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement. It's the triple threat.
It's Mania 30.
Mainly because of the
Main event.
finish. Yeah. Okay, I'm rounding out our tournament here. SpaghettiOs. We've got at the 2 seed Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 21, going up against Sasha Banks versus Charlotte versus Becky Lynch from WrestleMania 32, which is kind of the beginning of them actually really giving a shit about the women's division, honestly.
Right.
I'm going to go that triple threat match.
And it's a great matchup, but bruh, I'm going to borrow a line from Will Ospreay. Bruh, it's Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. It's Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle.
I know it's going to lose, but I'm going to go that triple threat match. The 4 horsewomen killed during that triple threat.
Cool moment, but bruh, it's Shawn and Angle. Okay, if that hasn't convinced you enough, let me just throw this.
That's not even my favorite match from WrestleMania 21.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Oh, shit.
Eddie Ray.
Oh, is it the Akibono Big Show match? Was that your favorite?
Akibono Big Show.
No, Eddie Ray.
Yeah, that's got it. I got to be honest, that's not on the list.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but there were so many good ones from 21. Anyways,
really good.
Neither here nor there, but
yeah.
If I haven't convinced you enough about the greatness of this Shawn versus Angle, I'm just a sexy Kurt.
The build to it is hilarious.
Yeah,
the build to it's hilarious.
It's Angle and Shawn. It's Angle and Shawn. I'm not gonna be mad if you vote the other way, bro. I totally get it.
This is another one that I love all three so much. But Kurt left the fucking other tournament a little too early for my liking.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Honestly,
so I'm sorry, Mercedes. Congratulations on your AEW run. We're going Angle HBK on this one, bro.
Well, and here's something else too. Is it safe to say this is Kurt Angle's greatest WrestleMania match? He's had a lot of good ones.
If Brock didn't break his neck, then maybe Lesnar and Angle would be better. But given the circumstances,
I think it's the best Kurt Angle WrestleMania match. So yeah.
It's the best one because no one got catastrophically hurt.
Yeah. Hooray. Nobody got hurt.
Everyone made it home safely.
Everybody's alive. Yay. All right. Now we're going with the 1 and the 8. Oh, now this is compelling. We got the Iron Man match from 12 going up against Austin and Brock 3. You quit?
I quit.
That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here.
We don't need this shit. God, yeah, this is hard. This is probably the hardest one matchup wise, probably.
It is, but it's when we look back on highlight packages and stuff of WrestleMania, what's like one of the first things you see or hear? The boyhood dream has come true. For Shawn, it's the Iron Man match for me. I mean, I love both these matches, but it's the Iron Man match.
Yeah, I'll go with it. I don't want to.
I'll go with it because it's not the best Austin Rock.
Yeah, there's that too. So, all right. Moving on here. Oh, this is a kind of a cool one. 5 and 13. We got Jericho and Shawn from 19 against Asuka and Charlotte from 34.
This I'm being biased as fuck. It's Jericho, Shawn.
You know what? I hope you like a taste of your own medicine, pal, because you play devil's advocate on this show all the damn time. I'm going with Asuka and Charlotte just because. How you like them apples, Michael?
I like it because you put Husky in a position.
You contrarian bastard. You're a real bastard man.
See, I didn't mind you saying that because you put Husky in the, and that's always fun for me.
He's like, that's not affecting me at all.
Like, it's doing nothing for me, bro. It's making me
I love
laugh.
Husky, but doing this to Husky's probably the greatest time of my life.
He loves torturing me.
I seen it.
I seen him. I'm gonna go.
See, I'm only
Can I let me play devil's advocate here one more time, and I'll stop.
Ooh, a little devil's avocado. I like it.
Yeah. We just talked about Angle's greatest WrestleMania match? Is this Charlotte's greatest WrestleMania match? I think. Well, fuck last year though. I just remembered that last year though.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that was her and Rhea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that was slightly better than this, but this is her second best match in my opinion at Mania.
Yeah.
But
Chris Jericho kicking Shawn Michaels in the balls was awesome.
The way that ended, and honestly, it truly was like, okay, we saw him, Shawn, at SummerSlam in 2002, and it was like, okay, he's back. I think he's back. This was like the stamp of approval, like, okay, the showstopper really is back.
I'm gonna let me play devil's advocate on the Jericho HBK thing. This match is so influential that Sammy Guevara used Jericho's same pattern when he turned.
Yeah.
In the
really?
Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They called back to Jericho, Shawn, because they had a match together.
Yeah,
right.
when they tagged and he turned,
that's true.
They joined the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
Same exact teal pattern.
But let me play devil's advocate again here.
Oh, Jesus.
And then, a month later, he's back to being a babyface and nobody gives a shit.
They definitely screwed that.
They said, you didn't see that.
No. I'm pretty sure Paul White's doing the booking for Sammy Guevara. Oh,
that's amazing.
Hitting
you can't
people
have a
with
guy who's about to have a baby be a heel.
Hit the people with the Men in Black gimmick. Like, you didn't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
If he wouldn't have knocked up Tay, he probably would have still been heel.
Yeah, more than likely. Most likely. I'm gonna go HBK Jericho.
That's respectable.
Because that match is crazy. It's so good.
That whole storyline leading up to that match is phenomenal.
Oh, motherfuckers!
Fuck. It just gets harder. I'm gonna say this is like the hardest tournament we've done yet on this show. And we still got.
I'm gonna piss some people off.
Edge and Foley from WrestleMania 22 against Austin and Rock 17.
And I'm going Edge Foley.
Yep, you went Edge Foley. Yep.
Okay. You're going Edge and Foley?
Am I going Edge Foley?
Yeah.
No, I'm going Austin Rock.
Okay. The tables have been turned on me. Yes. Okay. Okay. I see what you did there. I deserve that. Damn, this is really tough for obvious reasons. It's the best Austin Rock match. It's Mick Foley's one shiny moment at a WrestleMania, right? And you could easily say the same for Edge too, as well, like his greatest moment.
I wouldn't say his greatest WrestleMania moment because he had that phenomenal match with Taker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Edge had a lot more than Foley at Mania. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
That was his first WrestleMania big moment.
So here's kind of like how I'm really kind of coming down to this, going back and forth between these. It's the whole what happened afterwards with the McMahon-Austin alliance.
Ugh.
It didn't really go anywhere like you thought it would. At the time, it was just like, what the fuck, you know?
We get that weird-ass tag team of Austin Triple H.
Yeah.
Two-man power trip.
Yeah,
I'm going to...
was such a weird team.
This is hard, but I'm going with Edge and Foley. I mean, it's tough, but I don't know, man. There's just something about that matchup. Oh, son of a bitch. This one. All right. Yes-a-Mania against Shawn and Angle.
Mania 30.
Yeah, I figured I'm going to say Shawn and Angle, honestly, because that's one of my all-time favorite matches, but I'm totally going to get if the other one wins here. and I'm not going to be mad at it.
Oh, did Husky go Wrestlemania?
Yeah.
It's Mania 30,
Yeah. I'm going with 21, the HBK and Angle.
Okay, so we got put on me, so respect.
Yeah.
But I'm going Wrestlemania.
Yeah, I respect that. I mean, it's one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time. So, yeah. All right. Ooh, these are going to be some fun ones here. All right, gentlemen. Up first, we got the Iron Man match from 12 going against Shawn and HBK. I think I already know Michael's vote probably on this.
No, actually, I'm good. I love Jericho HBK, but that boyhood dream moment.
It's the Iron Man. Yeah, it's the boyhood dream. It's the Iron Man match.
As much as I hate to say it, again, the fact that 2 Shawn Michaels matches, God, he's so good at Mania.
Yeah,
he's Mr. WrestleMania for a reason.
Yeah.
God damn, I didn't.
It's the Iron Man match for me.
Yeah, it's the Iron Man match.
Yeah, both are great, but yeah, it's arguably Shawn Michaels' defining moment, and that's saying something. No, not even arguably. I don't think it is his defining moment, man. So, oh fuck, this one's a tough one too. Edge versus Foley from 22 against that triple threat main event, Wrestlemania.
As much as I love Edge Foley, that Wrestlemania moment and the storyline going into it.
You know what? Honestly, I got to go with you guys too. Wrestlemania. Oh my God. Are you seeing this final? I love Mick too, but Jesus. The Iron Man match against Wrestlemania. All these finals have been freaking Mount Rushmore moments or matches, dude. And this is living up to the hype too. God. You know what?
This is where the student surpasses the teacher. Mania 30.
Oh my God! I just now realized that.
Yeah, that's a cool analogy there. School. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it up to you, Michael, because I'm going Iron Man match.
Wrestlemania.
Oh, our first big upset, and how apropos it may be the biggest upset in WrestleMania history. Yes.
The old school heads are gonna hate us in the comments.
They are gonna fucking hate us, yeah.
Oh, fucking new generation marks.
Because I gotta be honest with you, if that would have went through, like, I was ready to hear shit online because it's like, what the fuck? 3 of your final 4 matches are Bret Hart matches. Well, suck it. But anyways, Wrestlemania is moving on into the final 4. Man, dude, this has been a pretty dope tournament so far, gentlemen. I gotta say.
Yes, it has.
I'm very, very impressed with the selection so far. I'm a little surprised that the triple threat match went as long as it did, but I think once again it boils down to. And let me ask you guys this before we get into our last region here: is WrestleMania 30 the greatest finish of a WrestleMania match of all time?
Yep.
In my opinion, yeah.
Fair enough.
Without question.
I think that's
why
it would be
17 if they don't do that weird ass heel turn with Vince and Austin. They fucked that up.
They fucked that up royally, my friend.
If the invasion angle would have worked correctly,
you could thank Sean Stasiak for that. I love that dumbass.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, and he runs in and does some stupid shit.
He talks to the radio host about what they're gonna do at Mania, and he fucks everything up. God love you, Sean Stasiak, for fucking up everyone's money.
All that motherfucker had to say is, I don't know, I'm sitting at home.
And then all those WCW guys get sent to Heartland Wrestling Association, sitting in Cincinnati, where they do a mini invasion angle.
And have fun with that.
Good.
Well, gentlemen, are you ready to go to our last region? It is the modern era bracket.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And your number 1 seed here, no shocker, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25. Going up against the 16 seed, The Undertaker versus AJ Styles. Taker's last match at the Boneyard match. The only cinematic match on this tournament, by the way. And also the only match from 36. Because, I mean, come on, 36. Let me ask you guys an honest question. I know you guys, hardcore wrestling fans like me, you go back and you watch all the WrestleManias this time of year. Do you skip 36, though?
I can't watch any of the pandemic stuff. I can't do it.
It's hard. It's hard.
The pandemic stuff I usually skip off.
I will watch it, but I'll fast forward through like certain stuff. Yeah, 36 was just like, I mean, what can you do? You know,
that bullshit Charlotte Rhea Ripley match.
Yep,
that was fucking stupid.
You had that trash
finish for sure.
Was it 36? You had that trash ass World's Greatest Wrestling match with Edge and Randy.
No, that's Backlash.
Afterwards.
That was.
But you did have a Randy and Edge like last man standing match, I think.
Yeah, that's one.
Last man standing match. There was.
But a lot of the matches, the one match people talked about on that card was Taker and AJ, which is a pretty cool match. But I mean, it's a cinematic match.
It has been memed to death too. The spot of AJ standing there and Taker popping up behind him.
Yeah,
I see that on like regular YouTube channels that have nothing to do with wrestling used as a meme
all the time.
It's hilarious, and most of the time, those people don't know what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, guys, this is a no-brainer, right? It's Taker Shawn.
Yeah, that was my first time buying a Mania. My parents actually let me buy 25 because I wanted to watch that match. I wanted to watch the Hardys match.
Yeah. And as much as I love the phenomenal one, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's not even his best WrestleMania match.
Oh no, the one with him and Chris Jericho goes crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, 32. That almost made the list too, but there's just so many matches and so little time. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going on to the 8-9 seed, and at the 9 seed, we have got last year's Night 1 WrestleMania main event: the Usos against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, going up against Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 20. I loved that story last year with Sammy, man. Mm-hmm. God, I know a lot of people kind of pissed that he didn't beat Roman at Chamber, but you know, it is what it is. I love the I wouldn't even consider it a consolation prize because the stuff that Sammy and Jay were doing, and then Kate, like everything about us, and Michael. I know you're going to mark out for that PWG gear that those guys wore too. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, no, phenomenal. That was the greatest thing ever.
But
I saw that Super Dragon mask on KO's shorts and I lost my fucking mind.
Yeah.
But as good as that was, man, Eddie Guerrero against Kurt Angle and a classic Eddie Guerrero finish with the boot, you know, and Kurt Angle getting the small package. This is tough. But you know what? Honestly, I don't. And now in hindsight, looking back, there hasn't been nearly enough Eddie Guerrero on this list. I gotta go Eddie and Angle.
Again, biased as fuck because Eddie's my favorite. Everyone knows that. So Eddie Angle.
Yeah, we love you, Usos and Sammy and KO, but yeah, Husky, would you go Eddie Angle too?
I was gonna go Usos, KO, Sammy.
That's respectable. I can respect that, but
because that was the last good thing on WrestleMania 39. Other than the triple threat on day 2.
I was going to say the IC, which that's going to be on this list here. Trust me. All right. Speaking of 39.
It's the next matchup after this one. I see it.
Yeah. Speaking of 39, let's talk about this one. Rhea versus Charlotte from last year going up against Bianca versus Becky from 38, which was a solid matchup.
Yeah, they're both good.
Both of these are
really
as you kids like to call bangers.
Really good.
They're classics. For me, I love the moment at the end of Rhea and Charlotte where Charlotte's at ringside and she's just got this huge shit-eating grin just because she knows like she delivered an all-time classic with Rhea. And like this is like Rhea's crowning moment. And look where we're at now. Mommy is still on top. But Bianca and Becky was an interesting story they told and an incredible matchup. But honestly, for me, it's Rhea and Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm going to go Charlotte Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah. But both are great matches, though.
Bianca Becky is where we get Damage Control, right? Or is that was another?
No, that's at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
That's the rematch, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned it. Let's get right to it. The Triple Threat Intercontinental Championship match from last year. Big meaty man slapping meat. Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew going up against Cody Rhodes' return at WrestleMania 38 against Seth freaking Rollins. Both are great matches. I really think I already know Michael's vote, though, because I know how much you love that damn IC match. And rightfully so.
Yes. I went on record saying that was my favorite match of the weekend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think a lot of people will say that.
Yeah. So that triple threat match.
I will say this, though, and we've kind of, this whole episode, we've talked about like these significant moments in WrestleMania history, and you look at where we're at now going into WrestleMania 40, arguably the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And it's like, this is where Cody's story kind of starts.
Yeah.
It's hard to go against that.
I feel like this moment would be better for me if it wasn't leaked.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, there was still a lot of people that thought it was going to be Undertaker, too. There were still a lot of people who thought that, but we knew better.
Yeah, as soon as people, it went on, oh, Cody's going to resign. It's just like, oh, yeah, he's got issues with Steph. They're going to make this a thing.
Yep.
So as great as the IC title, I'm going with the moment here. I'm going with Cody and Seth. I know.
I'm going the triple threat because it's not even the best out of the series between those two.
That's a good point. Because they had some great matches too, but yeah.
Him with a ruptured titty was a better match than the Mania match, in my opinion.
You said titty. Sorry, I couldn't persist.
I love the fact that in the game you can play as the fucking...
Yes, and I've done that, and it's crazy. The action figure is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, this next one, guys, is nuts at 3 and 14. We got The Undertaker, Triple H, End of an Era, Hell in a Cell match from WrestleMania 28, going up against The Edge and Undertaker from WrestleMania 24. You know, I got to go back once again, to WrestleMania moments. And, this is really... I mean, they kind of hyped it up as the end of an era, and yeah, we would see them wrestle on like Triple H and Taker, but you think about it, this was really like the last great Triple H match at a Mania. This was really the last great Undertaker match at a WrestleMania too. Outside maybe Taker and Punk at the next year's Mania, but still. And Edge and Taker was freaking great. It was way better than it had any right being, honestly. And if you remember, too, at the time, there was kind of some hype into that because it was like undefeated WrestleMania opponent against undefeated WrestleMania, because Edge was undefeated at Mania at the time, too.
Oh,
Streak wasn't nearly as long, but still.
Right.
But for me, honestly, I got to go with that end of the era Hell in a Cell match on this one. As much as I love Edge and Taker.
The Hell in a Cell match is nuts, dude.
Yeah. No, it's the Hell in a Cell match. I love Edge Taker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to go against, man.
Everything in that with the Shawn involvement as the ref.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one. It's 6 and 11. Yes, we're going there, folks. We're gonna say his name: Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at WrestleMania 20, going up against The Undertaker versus CM Punk from WrestleMania 29. Now, I gotta be honest with you, fellas. If circumstances didn't happen the way they happened, honestly, this triple threat match would probably be my favorite moment of all time, because I'll be the first to admit I was a massive Chris Benoit fan growing up. Chris Benoit was my guy. And this was his crowning moment. And Michael, that moment in the end of this where Benoit's hugging Eddie, that you know what's such a bummer about that, man, is that is like one of those moments we should still be talking about to this day. Because
I still do, but I have my reasons with the whole Chris Benoit thing, and people get pissed off when I give my opinion. But I'm going that triple threat match.
Yeah. I'm going to be biased here too. I'm going with that as well. But Taker and Punk was a really good matchup too.
I was going to go Taker Punk, because that match is just fucking incredible.
That's another one that really shouldn't have been as good as it was, I think. But it's that triple threat. I loved it. It's one of my all-time favorite matches. Okay. Now, this one may be controversial, but we're going there. Bianca versus Sasha at WrestleMania 37, going up against Cody and Roman from last year. And I think mainly people are going to say controversy and pissed about it just because of the finish. But I don't know, man. Here, this is my honest God opinion on it, now that I've had like a year to think about it. I think Cody versus Roman is Roman's best WrestleMania main event match so far, in my opinion. Even better than Roman and Lesnar won. And that had the cool moment with the heist of the century. But for me, and I think I can say that now. Let me say this: if for some reason the unthinkable happens on night 2 of WrestleMania this year, then fuck this match. But I do think it should get a lot more credit than it doesn't get. But Bianca and Sasha.
Went as hard as it went.
Yeah. I'm never forget like when she whipped her hair against Sasha. Like, oh man.
I'm picking Bianca and Sasha just because of like the historical significance.
That too. The first all African American woman to main event a WrestleMania. Yeah.
With an African American woman as the referee.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Bianca referee. It was beautiful. You have that weird moment, kind of like Rock Hogan, where they're just staring at each other, looking around, crying.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Sasha's in tears. The match hasn't even started yet.
Incredible.
It got a holy shit chant.
Yeah.
Just
like before the announcer.
Yeah, for real, bro. Okay, in our last matchup here, we've got the 2 seed. This is no shocker. Shawn Taker 2 at WrestleMania 26 going against Becky versus Charlotte versus Ronda from WrestleMania 35.
The last ride of the Heartbreak Kid.
Yep, the retirement matchup. We're all in agreement, right?
No, that's on that, but it's Taker. Yeah, Taker HBK.
Yeah.
If either one of you would have picked that triple threat over Taker HBK,
you're walking out.
We would no longer be friends.
This is it. I'm never doing this show again.
I'm deleting all of my social medias, and you will never hear from me again.
What would be the first time?
Touche.
All right. Number 1 versus the 8. Eddie and Angle from 20 going against Taker and Shawn from 25. Love both these matches, but bro, Taker Shawn 25, it just hits hard.
I love Eddie,
but it's
Taker Shawn.
It's Taker Shawn. All right. Oh, look, gentlemen. This is a compelling one because this is probably the 2 best matches from last year's WrestleMania.
This is the second time that we have had 2 matches from the same
Mania,
same year.
Going against. I love the triple threat, but for me, it's I still gotta go Rhea and Charlotte, and I mainly am basing that off the moment of like it's almost a passing of the torch from Charlotte to Rhea, and it's kind of hard to judge that right now because we are in the height of like Rhea Ripley's era, you know.
Yeah.
But I think in hindsight, we'll be looking back on that moment a lot more fondly.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going with that, Rhea and Charlotte.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are going
the
Rhea
triple
Charlotte?
threat. The triple threat was a meat fest.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's one of the best triple threats in WWE as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But finally seeing Rhea Ripley get the belt that she should have deserved a year or 2 beforehand.
Yep.
Very much so.
Yep.
Perfect.
Because mommy's always on top. I'm just saying. All right. We're going with Rhea and Charlotte is moving on to the next round here. Okay. Now we have the Taker Triple H end of an era Hell in a Cell going up against the triple threat match from WrestleMania 20. Man, such an iconic moment. But you know what? I'm going to listen to my heart, and I just hold a special place in my heart for that triple threat from 20. That's what I'm voting.
I'm also doing that triple threat match.
Yes, Michael. Husky, would you have voted for that, or would you went Taker and Triple H?
I would have went the end of an era because that's one of my favorite Hell in a Cell matches of all time.
It's both. Both are great moments. So the winner really is us. All right, and damn, this is a tough one. Bianca and Sasha going up against Taker and Shawn from 26.
I love that moment with Bianca Sasha, but it's Taker HBK for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's logic has to step in place here, and Bianca and Sasha is phenomenal, but it's Taker and Shawn. Yeah.
Because it was what we thought would be the last time we ever see Shawn Michaels in a ring.
Oh God, let's not talk about that. Oh, damn you, Saudi Arabia shows and your dirty Saudi money. Anyways, all right. In the semifinal here of this
get
region,
the wrestlers they want because all the wrestlers they want in Saudi are dead.
Yeah, because damn it, they couldn't book Yokozuna for some reason.
I need
fucking
Ultimate
wonder-
Warrior and Yokozuna, both of which are dead.
It's like, wait a minute, they died like 15 years ago. Oh,
Yeah.
anyways, all right. Final four here in this region. We got Undertaker and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25 against Rhea and Charlotte from 39. I love you, Rhea and Charlotte, but to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Taker HBK.
Because I think we ultimately
we gotta hurry this up.
We already know what
No.
we already know what the final is, right?
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah.
I don't know. Taker Triple H though.
Yeah. Fuck.
This is a lot tougher than you think, man.
Do we want?
You know what?
Taker
I
did-
just realized. Hold on a second. We just made an error. I made an error. This is actually supposed to be the triple threat because Michael and I both voted on that one.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
this
shit.
is going to be easy, boys. So it's Taker and Shawn against going up
The
against
triple
that
threat.
triple threat from 20. And I love that triple threat, but it's the 20
It's
match.
Taker
Or It's
Shawn.
Taker Shawn.
Is this a Taker Shawn final?
That's
Yes,
you
it
knew,
is.
like Matt
Yeah.
Hardy said, I knew you'd come. Here we are. So it is going to be. Oh, sorry. I am just fucking this all up. I apologize, guys. All right. Here we go. Here's your final. No shocker.
The one
Is
where
it
Taker almost
Shawn 25 or Taker Shawn 26?
is it where Taker almost dies or where Shawn Michaels retires?
A lot of people, I think, go with 26, but I will be 100 with you guys. Personally, I like the first one better. I love them both, but the first one to me just stuck out more.
The first one has a special place in my heart. Like I said, it was the first WrestleMania my parents allowed me to order. They held that over my head for years.
Yeah, you have no argument either way you go on this. They're both fucking great matches. And can I just say, all of these finals and these regional tournaments have been fucking insane. They're
Yes.
so good.
And there's something about Taker Shawn 25 when Taker's of course in his all black and Shawn's coming out all white. Is just so beautiful.
And I love the moment when Shawn kicks out of that tombstone and the look on Taker's face, like, what the fuck do I got to do?
Yeah.
One of the most classic reactions in wrestling history.
Yeah.
So yeah, 25.
I'm going 25 too. So Husky, who would you have gone with 25?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, gentlemen. We've got our last regional winner here in the modern region. Is Taker versus Shawn from WrestleMania 25. Damn, this has been, boys, this has been a hell of a tournament. Like, just so you just think about this, all these matches we've talked about on this episode of Colecast, these are all incredible WrestleMania matches, and it just goes to show you the greatness that is WrestleMania, man. Like, there's just so many damn iconic matches in the history of WrestleMania. It's fucking nuts, man. But it's like part of what adds to the legacy of WrestleMania, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, I think we are in store for one hell of a Final Four because we got to crown a champion. We're going to find out who is the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. And we're about to find out right now, gentlemen. Get your thinking caps on because this is going to be a toughie. All right. Here we go. Here's your final four WrestleMania all-time great matches. There, I'll get it bigger here. All right. So first up, we got Austin versus Brett from 13 going up against Brett versus Owen from WrestleMania 10. Yikes. Oh, this is not fair at all.
Ooh.
Not fair. Not fair. This is, to me, honestly, we've had some doozies to pick here on this episode, but this is the hardest. This is by far the hardest.
It's Brett and Owen, but I can't let Steve Austin lose in the first round.
Well, technically, Husky, it's the final four or so, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, final four, yeah.
Here's my thing is like, personally, I enjoy Brett versus Owens slightly more, but we when you're taking into this criteria for this, it's these moments, and that Austin versus Hart, the heel switch, in my opinion, it's the greatest WrestleMania moment of all time. So for me, I got to go Austin versus Hart from 13. And actually, here's a story I can share with you guys. I forgot to mention this earlier. We were talking about like first pay-per-views and stuff. This was actually my first WrestleMania I got to watch live on pay-per-view was 13. I'd seen other WrestleManias on tape and stuff, but this is the first one I got to see live. So I guess you could say it holds a special place in my heart. But.
Right.
Play on words, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But Austin Hart, there's something about that moment with him in the sharpshooter, face bleeding, and Ken Shamrock standing over him.
Yeah. Husky, would you have gone with that too? I think you were. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to. But guess what, boys? It's about to get harder. Okay, Taker and Shawn from 25 against Wrestlemania from 30.
Husky's having an aneurysm.
Here's the thing, boys. Because honestly, if you would have told me in the Final Four that Batista would have been involved in one of the matches, I would have said, nah. And I mean that. I love Dave Batista. I think he is a phenomenal actor. I love everything he does. I still want to know how big his dick is. Just saying. But anyway,
shout out to kayfabe commentaries.
The fact that running gig is still happening is
it's still going, brother.
Sean Oliver, I feel bad for you.
But for me, it's I love Wrestlemania, but I think it got as far as it did because of the moment. When we're looking at overall context of everything, like matches, the in-ring match and the moments and stuff, I gotta go Taker and Shawn.
Yeah, Taker Shawn.
Yeah, I love you, Brian, but yeah, Taker Shawn is It made its way to this Final Four for a reason. Because it's fucking incredible.
Fucking hell. Look at this. This is it. This is the finals, folks. This is to determine the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Is it Austin versus Hart from WrestleMania 13 or Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25? Like, literally, all four of these guys could easily be like on any Mount Rushmore when you think about it. Like, these are some of the all-time great competitors.
For sure.
I mean, really, these are, we go back to that moment from the end of the era that involved, Shawn and Taker, and then, of course, Triple H. But still, like, you could easily substitute Austin in there and Hart as well. I don't know, man. It's just all four of these guys were the top guys in that time frame, that era, and I think it's
kind of interesting.
You think about it, it is, like even though 25 happened, over 10 years later, but
bunch of attitude era guys in them. Yeah, that's funny.
I could literally flip a coin on this one. Because I gotta say, I mentioned earlier about I didn't watch 23. At the time I wasn't even watching around 25, and somebody was telling me about this matchup, and it was like it made me go back and watch that WrestleMania because Taker and Shawn from 25 was that damn good, But that being said, we gotta pick a winner, and once again, I gotta go back to the moment. It's the greatest moment in WrestleMania history. It's the beginning of the Austin era. Stone Cold Steve Austin is arguably the most successful wrestler, not only in the WWE, but in all pro wrestling. I got to go Austin Hart 13. That's my pick.
I'm not even going to make this difficult for Husky because I'm going to go Austin.
I was going to go Austin Hart anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. It's a unanimous decision. What? That's right. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart from WrestleMania 13. It is our greatest match of all time, and I think a lot of people, that's got to be hard to argue, man, because like I say, it's a great matchup. and just for what it did for both of those guys and the trajectory it sent them on, especially Austin, man. I mean, it started the badass Stone Cold Steve Austin that we know and love. And dude, it's the beginning of the Austin era. Like, what more can you say, right? And it's crazy to think too, that was like Bret Hart's really his last WrestleMania match. When you think about it, yes, I know he wrestled at 26 against Vince McMahon, but Christ, we're not going to count that.
We're
right?
not. Yeah, let's not speak about that whole situation with his family.
No.
Oh, sorry, we had a sound issue there. Okay, what'd you say, Michael?
I said, well, yeah, let's not talk about that 26 moment.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. So, but I think this was. I think we had a lot of tough calls, but I think we went with the right decisions, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, this has been one hell of an episode of Colecast, and I gotta say, if this doesn't get you ready for WrestleMania, I don't know what will, because it's right around the corner. I mean, we are literally weeks away from WrestleMania 40. I'm so excited, like I say, for obvious reasons for me, because it's my first Mania in person, but cannot wait. What are you guys looking forward to the most this year at WrestleMania?
For me, now that it's kind of been announced, Jimmy J.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be awesome. Sammy Gunther is gonna be crazy.
Yep. The ladder match is gonna be interesting to see.
That ladder match will be very crazy.
I think the coolest story outside of the story is that should get more love is the EO Bailey matchup.
Will be good.
I'm pissed because that's not going to get a main event. I'm sorry. I'm pissed.
Yeah, fucking Rock.
Fuck you, Dwayne. Just kidding. I get it. It is what it is. But I mean, come on. I love the story.
Don't get it. She won the Royal Rumble. She deserves a main event. It absolutely pisses me off.
But it's The Rock.
Fuck The Rock.
It's Dwayne's watching, brother. Know this. Just know this, Dwayne. From bottom of my heart, I apologize for Michael's comments. We love Michael.
XLJ, I've gone on rants about this whole situation on Twitter so many times. I'm surprised Dwayne Johnson has now blocked me.
Oh, the Brahma Bull, baby. Well, gentlemen, in closing, let's get a plug-a-palooza in for you. I'll start with you, Michael. Tell us where we can find you, brother.
MJ Classes 1992 on TikTok and on Twitter. I don't call it by the other name. And then every Monday you'll see an episode of me and Husky Roads and our Tribal Queen reached out on Queen's Court on World Championship Wreckage.
Yeah. Husky, tell us where we can find you, brother.
You can find me on TikTok at HuskyRoads912. If you want to hear what I'm listening to while I'm at the gym, you can follow me on Instagram at TheHuskyRoads. You can follow me on Twitter at TheHuskyRoads_. Give me a reason to use that app. You can also catch me with Mike and Bree for Queen's Court on World Championship Wreckage, and also a new show that I joined Friday nights at 11:30 on Rivet City Radio. I am with the After Party with DJ Tommy and the Will Gray, where we talk about
that show goes crazy.
We go off the rails. It's about music stuff, nightlife stuff, and just us being just maniacs on the internet lately.
The host getting flirted on by random women who just hop on in the chat.
That is true. It got wild last week. So,
well, I've seen it firsthand on some of our shows, man. You bring in the women, brother. I'm just saying. You drive them ratings up. You're our demo for them ladies watching our shows. I'm just saying. Everybody wants to get some of the American Cream Dream Husky Road.
Shit.
Yeet. Anyways. Let's go wrap it up for this episode of Colecast. We thank you so much for watching. And everybody, just enjoy this road to WrestleMania. And do yourself a favor. Go back and watch some of these matches. You will not regret it. We guarantee you. I'm Xlj the Og, joined by Michael J. Duplessis from Husky Roads. And we'll see you next time on another episode of Colecast. Everybody take care.